Hi, this is Aaron Hayes in Georgia. Once again, I'm happy to depend on our neighbor, Alabama, looking at their website because the Georgia Secretary of State website doesn't have very much information regarding the board action, disciplinary action by the board. So I'm going back over to Alabama for that. And over the last few years, the main actions have been taken because there's been fraud or deception in applying for a license and non-compliance in continuing education hours. Three of the other types of violations that occurred were non-specific ethical violations. Twice a counselor has committed a felony, and then you have counselors not taking the client's welfare into account during counseling. My personal reaction is the counselors do not see the CE requirements as being important, or they are lazy. Taking the CE makes you evolve along your course of being a counselor, and they are important to me. And those that have used deception in trying to obtain a license are only hurting themselves in the long run. And the themes I see forming in the actions of the board are based on the CE hours every year not being met, which is 40, and then you have to have real-time participation CE hours. The most recent cases involve, as I said before, the CE hours for license renewal, deception in applying for a license, and license expirations. The state codes for Alabama that were violated are 34-8A-16A8, and that says is a violation of any of the provisions adopted by the state. 34-8A-16A5 is the fraud or deception in trying to obtain a license or in an examination. Then it goes on down to 255X7-.014A. That's the 40 hours of CE. 255-X-7.014E is real-time participation in CE hours. 255X7-.015A is verification of those CE hours. And 255X7-.015B is non-compliance of CE hours. And the ACA codes is C1, which is knowledge and compliance of standards, C2A, boundaries of competence, C2F are the CE hours once again, C4B are the credentials, and A1A is client welfare, and I3 is cooperation with ethics committees. And the outcome for most of these was a monetary fine with other unspecified stipulations, which by reading earlier cases it was basically people not obtaining the CE hour requirement, and their license were revoked after they had a period of time where they could get the CE hours and then have to come back in front of the board and prove that they did that, and they did not, so they had it revoked. And the question I have is why so many counselors do not obtain the required CE hours to remain in practice, since it is minuscule in the grand scheme of all the training and work that counselors do. Thank you.